Nsobe Community School in Zambia is a school with a difference, built and run on faith and a shoestring budget, but with a big heart to educate, care for, and provide opportunity and a brighter future for the vulnerable, remote rural children of our community. We started Nsobe School as there was no school accessible for this community's children. The closest primary school was over 10 kilometers walk, both there and back, which is far too far for little 6-year-old legs. Sadly, in our remote rural areas, there are not enough schools, and often class sizes range from 70 to 100 children in one class, usually only taught for 2 hours a day, with few resources and teacher absenteeism and apathy rife. There was no secondary school. A quality education was just not achievable. We wanted to provide a relevant, meaningful education that offered a pathway out of poverty, and so we started Nsobe Community School. It all began in 2009 with 16 children in our home, and we have grown a grade a year and now have a full primary and secondary school with 450 children and 22 dedicated teachers. It's our inspirational head and teachers that make all the difference, through a hard work ethic and looking after the whole child, offering interactive, child-centered education, but also life skills, vocational training and sports and clubs. Our caring, committed and loving teachers act as role models and counsellors. They are directly involved in the children's lives and know their homes and parents. Most of our teachers come from the grassroots themselves and understand the struggles, culture and their children's everyday realities. We offer a daily feeding scheme which provides critical nutrition, and we also offer OVC support. We don't believe in handouts or in creating dependency. All parents have to pay a termly commitment fee to make sure they value the education their children are receiving and to partner with us in educating their children. This fee for primary is less than £2 a term, which does not come close to covering any real costs, such as teachers' salaries, stationery, textbooks, food and other resources. But often parents cannot even afford this. We allow the parents to come and do manual labour at the school, such as painting, cooking and gardening to cover their contribution. We are very proud of our national exam results, with our school being top in our zone, producing the top boys and girls in our district, which is a phenomenal achievement for a remote rural community school. Academically, they are way ahead of their peers from other local schools. We are the only school in our area with a computer lab. But besides the academic achievements, our heart is to give the children a sound Christian moral foundation, teaching them values and giving them life skills. While many charities support primary education, hardly any support secondary education. A solid primary foundation is critical, but without secondary schooling, no student can access trades or academic pathways and future employment. We offer hands-on skills training in carpentry and tailoring, so that those not on the academic path can create their own wealth. We plan to add more vocational skills streams and a college in agriculture.
As Nsobe Community School, we've realized that education is a very powerful tool that we can give our children in order to see this community change. This community is ravished with poverty, apathy, and everyone is living to survive. As a school, we want to use education so that the next generation can bring about a real change where pupils and when adults will begin to enjoy life. As a school, we are rather not just a school, we are a vehicle way of change where children are not just learning to read, count and write, but they are learning the right values and being built into the right characters.
I joined the school in grade 8, now I'm doing my grade 12. The school has helped me very much. My ambitions are to become an eye optician and help people of this community with their eyes.
We've also decided to put a girl child, which is very marginalized in our community, at equal with a boy child. For instance, we allow our girls to play together with boys, which the culture does not allow. And this has also benefited our girls and boys to see that they are not just our sexual partners, but we can coexist together. And so we feel very excited with the future.
The Safe House is a very big blessing to Nsobe Community School. And I say so because it will be able to house our girls, and it will also be like a source of protection from them, from the cultural influence that we have in this area. And the notion about girls in the rural setup is still very strong, and the way that people have the picture that is seen about a girl is that they have to just become a wife and also just bear children. But I think the Safe House is going to break those barriers. Most of our parents are not educated, and because they are coming from long generations of no education, they also think that their children can also go through them. To just know that they can also become the best that they can become without them thinking, without them maybe having early marriages and also having early pregnancies. So the Safe House is a very big blessing to us, and we are really grateful for that.
We've seen how far we've come. We've seen how good people have been to us, how good God has been to us, and we're very excited as a team to move forward.
We feel very passionate that we need to provide a way of helping people to help themselves, to empower students to be the living change our communities need, to break the curses and bondage of poverty, to provide education with an employment opportunity, to upskill students to create their own jobs and income streams, to mould our students into future responsible parents and citizens who can build their homes, communities and this country.
Other schools, teacher just comes once a week and just learn one subject. Now at this school, teacher are confident.
Please consider partnering with us either through sponsorships, donations or volunteering to offer our children hope and a guaranteed brighter future.